Hello guys, today I'm gonna play more Mindustry, and well, I'm gonna show you what I've been doing off camera. So since I downloaded the Exogenesis mod, I've done some, let's just say, renovating, especially on this sector. Now all off camera, this sector is actually attacked, and well, there's been a lot more waves that pass, and I had to increase my defense just so that the enemies won't, you know, demolish me. And I've made this my very first in this campaign mega factory. Pretty much everything I'm making is in here. And I've researched a lot of stuff and used some of them, including Surge. I have started making Surge and I logged out when I just began making Surge, so I only have 22 right now. But I'm making a lot of thorium. Now, although it may look like that's a really low amount, I've actually used it to research a lot of stuff around here. And let's just talk about it. And this is my base. It's really large. There's many inputs, outputs, and well, just stuff. I have two sets of miner drones, one the monos and whatchamacallit, the minor ones from Exogenesis. And well, it's a bit of a convoluted mess. This was my very first my very first things that I built here to make graphite, and shortly after that I used the coal here rather than using it what it is now. It was once my area of making early game energy. And then I realized why not just use um cultivators. Cultivators make spore pod which only require water. Cultivators can be put inside of steam generators, and steam generators also need water. And steam generators can create power, and these create water. And with enough of these, pretty much this is a self-sustaining system that outputs more power than inputted. Meaning, essentially, if I built enough of these, I would have a lot of power. Each of these I'm pretty sure is outputting 2,000, however using up like 1,000, so 1,000 each. 5,000. Right now, actually no. Let's see how I'm out again. Let me check. Um, where is it? I know I. Let me just check it first. It outputs 2,640 power but requires 1,440 power to create. And the reason why this is producing more power is because of the fact that we are in the purple area, which increases the cultivators. By the way, these aren't cultivators, these are greenhouses, which are the upgraded versions of the cultivators from the Vader Revolutions mod. And the advanced water extractor also from the same mod. I'm pretty sure if I build things differently, I could increase the output because this is creating a lot more spore pods. But I'm too lazy, so I'm not gonna do it. And I just copy and paste it. Then over here is how I make thorium. These are called filters. You guys might know what a filter is. It's making the polluted water and inputted by coal and power to create clean water. And the coal is being purified into thorium. However, it won't work if there is water inside of. If it's filled with water, then it won't work because it's already filtered enough water. Why would it make more water? Filter more water? Where would it go? So I'm just dumping it a lot because I have no need for it in this area. If I do need a use for it, I could put it here, but it's a bit of a long journey, and I require a lot of space. I'm using a lot of it here. This is where I'm making my silicon. My first design was pretty much getting coal from areas around the map and inputting them here. These are pressurizers, pretty much the exogenesis version of the graphite press, which produces the pretty much doubles the output of a normal graphite press. And these are crystallizers. You input graphite into them and they become astrolite. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. Let me just check. Astrolite. And these are called silicon ovens. Now, what are silicon ovens? Well, pretty much they're just norm. They're pretty much just silicon smelters, but rather than coal, it require astrolite. And they're pretty much the exact same. However, I prefer using these over these because rather than for one coal, it becomes two graphite, and two graphite turns into two astronite. Wait, let me just check. Is it two astronite? Actually, no. Two graphite equals four astronite. So technically, rather than one coal and two sand, this only requires one astrolite and one sand, and becomes two silicon. So not only are you saving one sand, but for one coal it becomes two graphite, which becomes four astrolite, meaning it can become six silicon, like eight silicon. This is a much more efficient system. The only problem is to make astrolite require power. So this is much more power. You need a lot more power because not only do these require power, but these also require power. So, pretty much for more power, you can get a lot more silicon. So I have a massive amount of silicon from output from here. Two conveyor belts of titanium conveyor belts filled all the way to the door, all the way to the core. However, that's only my first design. My second, more efficient design is over here. Pretty much, what I'm doing is these pressurizers. What's going on? Ah, give me a moment. Let me just fix up the system a bit. It's overflowing. There you go. It's much more efficient now. Pretty much, the pressurizers, you already know the system pressurizer to astrolite. This was actually copied from when my cousin and I were playing. I'm not sure if he got this design from the internet or if he made this on his own. However, I just copied what he made. So, whoever originally made this, whether it's him or someone from the internet who is copying him, props to that guy. Pretty much, these are 8 silicon ovens that, through this convoluted mess on how, just, I do not understand it. Well, I do get it, like, it's hard to explain. And my sand output, rather than just getting it from the ground because it's way too slow, I'm just using the ground grinders, and these are so efficient. Like, these are the tier 1 ones. There are much better ones, like the ground crusher. This creates 6 sand a second, which is 3 times the amount of a ground grinder. Only for 6 energy, that's a lot. And they are outputting way too quickly. And there's a clog again, great. Maybe that's the problem. It's way too fast. Hopefully that will fix things. Hopefully. That should fix things because I feel like these ones should not be put there because it's way too quick. When too quick, it's too bad. Too bad. That's what happens. Anyways, and then the titanium bridge. These are overpowered because in the base game, do you know that like bridge that requires phase? I'm pretty sure. I might be wrong, but pretty much it's an electric powered transport transport block that transports from one point A to point B with the same distance as this. Those require power and much more expensive materials. These don't, which makes this a lot more powerful. And they're much more easier to get because it only requires 4 copper, 4 lead, and 4 titanium, which is insanely easy to get. The titanium is not available in every map, but though it's mostly only in the early games. And I'm using it as many outputs for many areas. Now this one, this is the exact same thing as this one, except without the final step. So rather than getting silicon, this is for astronaut. And this is so quick, so this is producing a lot of astronaut that it's not, it's overclocking. Five, I only really need 5 of them at constant power, and it will fill up these. And these give usually around 15.5 astrolite a second, which is quick. Now keep in mind, I'm not in the end game yet. There are probably better conveyor belts and better item transport stuff, but this right now, I feel like this should be my go-to because these are technically, depending on distance, this can actually be either more or less. This is actually much more efficient than titanium conveyor belts because for the same distance of 7, the maximum. Actually, no, never mind. It's actually slightly more expensive, but still, it works and it's good. This separate system, rather than turning it to Azurite because of the fact that it's overclocking, I might as well just enter the graphite into the base. So I now have an extra input of graphite. So, so this is pretty much not no longer that useful, but this is still gonna be useful in case I need more graphite. This, the ton furnace, this makes osmium. I do not know what to use it for yet. I'm just making them just right now. I already have it at max, so I don't really need to make more. I might just remove them. I don't even need them right now. Saves up more space. And while we're talking, I have this other one. Sorry. I have another one. I have another thing I would like to show you guys. The stellar furnace. So you, sorry for the stuttering by the way. Astrolite plus titanium equals extra silicon and stellar steel. Stellar steel, from what I know, is used to make some of the more advanced stuff from that from the Genesex faction, including the better turrets and the cold plasma generator, which when inputted cold plasma it becomes power, which is really awesome because I've made some cold plasma over here, but I will show you that a bit later. And then finally this. Sorry. This is called the Jupitium. Jupitium? The Jupiter furnace. Pretty much it makes that the Jupiter blah blah blah. Pretty much it makes the brown stuff. That's not brown. I don't know the specific color, but I'll call it brown stuff for now. Pretty much. This requires thorium, but it becomes this brown stuff that, as of right now, based on what I know, is completely useless. So I don't know why I have it. But I am trying to keep it. I don't know why. Hope it's there for now, anyway. And down here, earlier, the air enemies are going from here to here, which is a problem. So, I've made this induced kiln that is not from the Exogenesis mod, it's from the Major Revolutions mod, and it's essentially going to give ammunition to my shadows, which are an upgraded version of the scatters. And since I want to make meta glass here, and I think it's gonna be help me going to be really useful to be put in my base, I might as well just put it in my base. Because why not? I need meta glass anyway, might as well use it. And that's pretty much all my inputs, I think. This is where I get my titanium, and this belt line is also for titanium, and this is also for titanium. Though rather than this going to the base, it goes to the Jupitanium stuff. Again, I don't know why I have that there. It's completely useless for me right now. And well, now for my defenses. This is my defenses here indicates that there are crawlers, and rather than going through here, they go through here. Not spawned, but I was just cautious. And because flying enemies for some reason go here, like pretty sure the tier 2 ones, I forgot their names. I put some shatters here so that I don't have to fully rely on my item slingers. They're only useful against ground units for the meantime. And well, that's that here. Here is where the main stuff happens. And well, I made some impressive, impressive defenses. These are called cosmos. These are from the blue faction of Exogenesis, and they're quite cool. I mean, that explosion looks awesome. It's like a smaller, light blue version of the thorium explosion, which is so cool. Then the glories, they're pretty much. I forgot. I do not know what they do. Rather than just shoot. These ones, the rage, from it looks cool. I made a few of them because they look cool and it pierces enemies. And this requires a new material type made. Well, a liquid. Pretty much, it's like cryofluid, but rather than titanium, it requires these. Ashroom. Blah, I forgot. Please ignore me. I know what these are, but I just can't name them properly. And the cellar. It's impressive. It's a ginormous laser of continuous beams, and it's powerful. And so awesome. Problem is, it requires a lot of cold plasma. And production slow. So I'm not gonna be using this every single time. At the very least, unless I made this a dedicated part of my defenses. So yeah, this looks cool. This was not used because the enemies keep dying over here, and this is his range. So yeah, this was pretty much used as a part of my defense. But in the case that they attack again, then this will be helpful. But you can already see that the ginormous requirement just to fuel it for a few seconds. It's extremely fun. Huh, so that was not working this entire time. I did not notice. There's also some arc storms here, which is a stronger version of the arcs, and well, and these steers, they are powerful. They're they're pretty much the better version of the Scorch because they're insanely larger range. And the value of the Scorch is that it's good damage, but it's short range, which makes it not that useful. In the past, it was really powerful. However, they nerfed it all. So, but then this is pretty much an upgraded version of the Scorch, which makes it. I'm not sure how you can compare this to the original Scorch. This is most definitely better than the current Scorch. And that's that. That's my entire defense. This is also my ginormous battery bank, which holds 7.3 million power. So if you exclude this, it's around like 10.42. That's a lot of power. And well, that's that. That's what I've been doing off camera. I've also renovated some of the other bases, like Frozen Forest, to to produce more stuff. And with the help of my cousin who made this. Oh no, it's under attack again. You know what? Should I continue the video or not? I'll show you guys the impressiveness of my defense right now. I'm not sure whether or not I should skip or just let it continue. However, I feel like I will need more defenses in the case they breach this. What should be a good idea? I feel like I should wall off this area so that they won't just use this to go to the base, even though there's a lot of water. So storm walls. Perfection. Thank you. This should make building a lot faster. What other defenses should I add? The hackers are really cool. They can hack enemy units into your side, which is really neat. The problem is they're most likely die due to my defenses. So I need something else, something that can do more damage. Ooh, this might be powerful. The problem is, oh, only targets here. But still, that's going to be powerful. Let me just check how it attacks first. Jesus Lord, and expensive. That's actually kind of cool. Problem is of how expensive it is. That would be, huh. Anyways, destroy. These are cosmos, so maybe I should try out these. The problem is going to be the power. I feel like I should add more power once I add more defenses like these. Let's just check how powerful it can be. Interesting. That's really interesting, actually. Hmm. I should add that to my defense. However, I should make it in more favorable position so that I can fit in more of them. Oops, wrong one. Oh, that's been a problem for a while. I feel like I should add more defenses there. Hmm. Maybe this could be justifiable. The problem will be it will require a lot of power. Wait, I feel like I should make be like that, guys. I will be back after this. Guys, I'm so sorry, but I will have to end this video now. I will be eating dinner soon, so let's just finish this building and log off. Bye, guys.